Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Wednesday from Los Angeles, California, man. Beautiful day in Los Angeles today, man. High 70s, man. Felt great outside. The sunshine was out, man. Beautiful, beautiful, man. The Dodgers, Los Angeles Dodgers are up 8-0 in the top of the ninth over the Arizona Diamondbacks. And the other team in LA is just getting absolutely waxed right now. And I know it sounds a little weird for a team that's already been booted out the playoffs to be kind of having some fun with that, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. My team's out. So, team Luka, team Kyrie in this series right now. And tonight, y'all, it's been yeah, man, it's been that type of game right now for the Los Angeles Clippers, man, as they're just getting absolutely waxed by Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks, man. Did y'all see that play where Kyrie stole the ball, hit him on a crossover behind the back, then went to the cup and won after the steal? That man never looked down at the basketball during that whole set, man. That was just ridiculous. You got Luka out there with a nicotine patch on his shooting arm, chewing nicotine gum out there, probably still while smoking cigarettes during timeouts out, just lighting up the LA Clippers out there right now in front, right in Chuck the Condor's face out there tonight, man. Shout out to Chuck the Condor, man. But shout out to y'all for tuning in, man. I know we've had a couple of days since our dearly departed Los Angeles Lakers, man. Yeah. But we got all summer to talk about that. We're gonna talk about tonight's game tonight. We could talk some Lakers too, man. We could talk whatever you want, really. But yeah, let me know y'all watching the games right now. What y'all think, man? The Boston Celtics sent Miami home after their phenomenal series last season. It just never had the luster. No Jimmy, no Rozier. Jaime Jaquez Jr. was all banged up there at the end. This series never got off the ground, man. And that sucks because, there's been a lot of good series in round one, but that one was one of the ones that just never got off the ground. And even though the Lakers-Nuggets series went only 5 games, like those games were competitive other than game 3 where the Lakers gave up. Outside of that, obviously, all those games were competitive. So there really wasn't any competitive game in this series other than game 2 when Miami won in Boston. So that series was kind of just a flush, you know what I mean? So it just really wasn't anything to look forward to in that series, especially when you knew Jimmy was out, man. He pretty much was going to be over at that point. Then you had Kristaps Porzingis getting hurt there, suffering that same injury that Giannis has. So we're gonna have to see, that this gets them some time, buys them some time there, and they're gonna get Orlando or Cleveland next, and then probably beat them even without KP if they have to, unless something crazy happens, unless one of those teams get a little frisky. And then I would love a New York Knicks, Boston Celtics Eastern Conference Finals, man. Just like my 90s heart would just, my 90s era heart would just love that, man. So appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Shout you out early, man. No long rant interlude tonight, man. So Ken Carter, what's up with you, man? He said Clippers folded. They struggling right now for sure. I'll tell you what though, we've seen this before where they remember a couple years back, I think it was 2021. Dallas came in, won both games in LA. LA went back and both games in Dallas, then come back to the LA 2-2. Dallas wins game 5. Then Clippers go and win game 6 in Dallas before the Clippers beat them in 7 at home. So this series is not over, even with the win tonight. It should be with Kawhi not being able to go more than likely for the rest of the series, and going back to Dallas. But you never know. These two teams give each other's fits, so it would not surprise me if this game comes back to LA for a game 7. It just wouldn't. I took Dallas in 6, so this lines up to that. So hopefully, Mavs take care of business tonight, and then obviously they're going to take care of tonight, and then we'll see what happens in the next game. Really, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pop bottles over this. It's just fun, you know what I mean? Because we got a lot of heat, a lot of smack from the bandwagon Clipper fans to the real, actually legitimate Clipper fans out there, man. I do feel bad for y'all, man. And Kawhi, I feel bad for Kawhi, man. It really does suck to have him go down in another playoffs, man. All jokes aside, like it truly does suck. I do hate to see it. Festo, yes, sir. What's going on, sir? Thank you for pulling up. One Peruvian guy said Flippers choking again, man. Whoa. Hold. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just clean my glasses off right here. Let me turn the brightness up on the monitor. I want to make sure this ain't pie like a fake account here, man. So we got Search back in the building, y'all. Search, man. I thought Search was on strike, bro. Legit. I thought Search ghosted me, man. He was curving me out here. Pause, man. He was gone. You know what I mean? He had moved on to greener pastures. You know what I mean? He just like, I was worried, man. Y'all heard me saying, like, everyone just make sure Search is good, bro. Y'all just make sure. Y'all just make sure Search is good, man. Because I was a little legit worried about Search. You know what I mean? Like, as I said, search for Search, yo. We got to do the search for Search, man. We was about to do a GoFundMe, man. But I heard he was safe. Like, I got back. I heard he was safe. So I was concerned. It's really good to have you back, Search, man. They searched for Search, and we can end the search because we found Search. So there we go, man. Shout out to Search and your safety and for you being safe, man. And every once in a while, they stray from the nest. They come back though. They come back. So appreciate you, Search. Welcome back, brother. I'm just messing with you, man. I love you, brother. Just messing with you, man. Oh, man. But appreciate you, Search, for tuning in. Big baby, what's going on, my guy? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, man. Craig, hello to you as well, man. Jazz J, appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Man. Appreciate you. Let's see who else we got up in here. Miss NGB, hello. Hope you were doing well. Thank you for tuning in. EmpireJeff TV's own NGB. Thank you so much for tuning in as always, and for always your continued support and information in the chat. Everyone shouting out each other here. Let me mind my business here. Flipper's losing. Flipper's gonna flip. Let's see what we got going on here. We got Gemini Don. What's going on, sir? At least our Lakers been competitive in these games with the Nuggets. Sixers, Knicks is interesting because they're undermanned but still competing. Sixers had the lead for most of the series. Bro, when I tell you that Knicks game, for y'all who were watching around the league, you saw me just lose my ish, right? Like I almost couldn't even do my segment. So there were 5 of us on around the league yesterday, right? So, and I ended up being last on a particular question, right? And we're sitting there, and I'm like, oh man, and watching this game, and people were already celebrating in the chat, like Knicks are advancing. And I was like, oh, nice, let's go. I'm like, go New York, go. And then Philly said, yeah, again, Philly said. They're like, nah, son. I look up, man. As soon as they said that, I look at the TV. Now, granted, I don't even remember what the question is during the segment at this point, but Dan asked the question. Shout out to Dan, the Laker fan, man. Dan asked the question, and they're going down the panel, and I'm 5th to answer, right? And so it gets to like the 3rd person. I see Maxey go up for the shot. Mitchell Robinson fouls him. He hits the 3. There's an and 1. He's going to the free throw line. It gets to like the 2nd person on the panel, and then it gets like the 3rd person. And then I'm like, okay, this is moving along quick. But then Chris was 4th. And I was like, oh man, Chris got a quick story coming at least. Like Chris is, come on, Chris, if you ever going to drag out an answer, drag it out now, right? So I'm sitting here and I watch it. And man, when Josh Hart missed that free throw, I completely like lost track of the show. Like it's so unprofessional. And then I start watching the game, and Maxey comes down and hits like that Steph Curry range 3. And I was like, yo, this is happening. And then Chris, my boy, my brother, shout out to Chris, man. He hit me with the long answer that I needed, man, and saved me enough time to watch the end of that whole nonsense there and then get back and then try to answer the question there 5th. But that was an insane finish right there, man. Something like 7 points in like 20 seconds or something like that. That was ridiculous. Obviously, Tyrese Maxey's no Kobe Bryant, but that was Kobe Bryant-esque, when Kobe just went ballistic at the end of a game right there, a shot, a steal, or something crazy. That was just ridiculous, man. So shout out to Tyrese Maxey for that, man, because you don't see that too often, especially in a playoff settings. It wasn't quite Reggie Miller-ish, but it was in New York, and it was oh, come on, Dodgers, come on, it's not playing any games here, man. But it was that was an incredible finish, man. Incredible finish. Did y'all see that show yesterday? Can't lie, rooting for Russ, but not looking good. yeah, that's not gonna go well, bro. That's not gonna go well. JSJ said Knicks better not choke a 3-1 lead, man. I don't know, that'd be it, man. That would be insane. Like choking a 3-1 lead. Man, that would be horrible, man. Let's see. Dewan, what's going on, man? Mavs in 6. That's what I think, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Janessa, what's going on? Lakers need to get Coach K. Coach K ain't coaching no more, man. That guy's too old, man. But I get it. But yeah, maybe about 10, 15 years ago, but not now. He's definitely not coming back to coach the Lakers, man. He said Clippers, K. I hear you, man. I hear you, man. I low-key got Clippers in 7. Call me crazy, but 2021, they had Kawhi balling. They don't have Jack today. Everybody choked. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This reminds me of kind of 2021, where it's like they win, a couple wins, and then like no one won at home until Game 7 in that series. So potentially that can happen here. We'll have to wait and see. But I hope only reason I'm hoping for Dallas in 6 because I picked them in 6, and it sucks because the reason I picked them is, and I hate to say it because it came true, is because I just did not trust Kawhi to play the whole series, and I hate that I had to say that prior, and I hate that it happened. I hate that I'm right because I didn't want it to be that way, but it's just he has yet to be able to make it, through a playoff series, literally. So it's sad and it sucks to see, but it's just the reality that we live in, man. Let's see. I think it's possible the Mavs could win it all. Meanwhile, hope the Wolves sweep the Nuggets, man. Let's see. Search as Flippers getting crushed. Yeah. That's the thing. I said before the playoffs started that the Mavs are the wild card here because they're so unorthodox in the way they play. You got Luka and Kyrie, and you got a bunch of guys that you don't know who's going to step on any given night. And if they're making their threes and defending, the Mavs can be tough from game to game. They can have games where they're lights out and games they're unorthodox, they're unpredictable at times, and then they're very predictable at times. So they're all over the place. But yeah, if they get going, they could, man. Dan probably popping champagne right now. He's excited. I was just talking a little while ago. He's definitely excited, man, for sure. Let's see. Vegas Dev, what's good, sir? Salute to you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a member. And shout out to the Dodgers, man. Just finishing off this 8-0 victory in Arizona. Shout out to the LA Dodgers, man, putting this together in a game where Shohei Ohtani got the night off. Paez with his third home run, man, smacked and clapped that, man. It was, man, thank God they brought this guy up, man. I was happy they sent him to the minors because I just wanted him to get at-bats while he wasn't going to play in the big league club, and panned out because he came up fresh, came up locked in. Shout out to him, man. Let's see. He said, I'm proud of JSJ, modding like a beast. Yeah, man, he had to step up, man. The parents left the house, man, left for the weekend. They had to fend for themselves, right? He's done a pretty good job, though. I got to get to JSJ, man. JSJ, Kurt, Angie, appreciate y'all, man. Let's see. Kane says, everyone in the East hurting. Yeah, man, that's a fact. Maxie was like, hold up, Knicks. I'm getting this L. That was crazy, bro. That was just crazy. Dante, what's up, brother? Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in right now as people are coming over as that game is officially over now. 133-93. The Dallas Mavericks take out the Los Angeles Clippers, man, after the Boston Celtics 118-84 win over the Miami Heat, which was up to no surprise. But I think going into tonight's game, it felt a little bit of a surprise. The Dallas blew them out like that, man. But interesting series coming down here to the wire here with Dallas. But that play that Kyrie did with the steal behind the back crossover and one, that was just so nuts. And then he had that one play where he got the steal, came back, was looking to pass it to Luka. Luka falls down. He's like, get up. And then who was it? Jones Jr. came up behind him and got the and one. But I was like, man, they were cooking out there, man. Luka with 35 points tonight. He was a plus 28, man. 14 of 26 shooting. 10 assists, man. What did Kai end up with? Kyrie Irving, man, he had 14, but those were allowed 14, man. 14 on 14 shots, 1 of 7 from 3. Not a great night from Kyrie, but he had some loud buckets, some loud steals there, man. So shout out to the Dallas Mavericks for getting the job done today and understanding the assignment. And one time for those who missed it in the beginning, you know how it goes when when Clipper fans was out here, hitting us with the Laker pack, right? So, it's only right that we got to tap them back, right? Because they were just kicking us while we were down. So we just got to flush them back in the game, right? Shout out to Palmdale P. Damn. And yeah, man. Yeah, it's just it's just the way it goes, man. Just the way it goes. Now, speaking of the way it goes, man, come on, we need some help here in the likes, man. Only 11 likes on the video right now. 11 likes on the video. Come on, yo, we can do better than this. Yo, Ron, help me out, man.
Acknowledge me, please.
Yeah, come on, acknowledge the channel, man, and get us those likes up, man. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Also, make sure to tap the description, man. I got a ton of links in there for you guys to take advantage of, man. Especially our playback.tv/EmpireJeff Pull up to catch some playoff games over there and eventually some Dodger games. Join our playback room over there. We would greatly, greatly appreciate it, man. Now, the Fanatics link. If you order from Fanatics NBA, MLB, NFL, MLS, your memorabilia, whatever it is that you order. If you order from Fanatics, please use our link. The good people at Fanatics have partnered with EmpireJeff TV. Your order experience does not change. It's just the good people at Fanatics will make a donation to the channel on any order that you guys place, and it really helps grow the channel out. So greatly appreciate y'all, man. But shout out to those who dropped a like on the video already, and who have subscribed. There's about 30% of y'all here on a nightly basis who have yet to subscribe to the channel. So come on and go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. You know you want to. You're here every day anyway. And then there's the membership, right? There's also a link in that in the description. For less than cost of one lunch, you can be a member for a month at EmpireJeff TV. We got 3 different tiers there, man. We got some member-only videos coming soon, some giveaways. The vlogging is about to get going, man. I already got the equipment. I already got the camera. It's coming, y'all, but it's going to be members only. So like I said, less than cost of lunch. Get a member for a month, man. So pull up, become a member. Shout out to all those who have already become a member. And we greatly appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. Let's see. I see the links in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Fo, what's good, sir? Our season may be over, but the off season excites me, Jeff. Yeah, man. Every time the season ends, then all you can focus on is what next. And for us, nothing can really get started until the draft. Even if the Lakers decide they're going to move their 3 picks, assuming that New Orleans decides to keep 25 and punt on 24, they have until June 1st to do so. And if the Lakers do have 3 first-round picks they can trade, that cannot happen until after their selection is made in the draft. So, no, nothing major is going to happen until after a selection is made in the draft. So when that does, then things can really get crazy. Things can get nuts. Headed into 4th of July there. Some potential purple and gold fireworks this offseason, man, depending on what happens. I mean, what are they going to do with the coach, right? What are they going to do with Darvin? I think the odds are he's out of here, right? But I think because of what happened with Frank Vogel, I think they're taking a little slower approach here, man. Going to look like they're, trying to iron it out. I believe the sides and the parties all know it's done already. And then go and excuse him. I also think maybe they're waiting out this Clipper series to see what happens with Tyronn Lue, So, but in the end, I don't see a world where they think it would be wise to bring Darvin back. Even if they like him, even if they love him, sometimes you got to move on from people you really like because the situation is so. Bless you, man. Was that man? Y'all heard that? My wife sneezed from like 2 rooms away. Lord. What I was saying is, so I do believe it's going to be done. But like I said, a situation that toxic, it just got to go, man. It just got to go. Like I said, I'm not even as hard on Darvin as most people, but it just has to end at this point. You know what I mean? So hopefully they're just waiting it out to kind of save face after what happened with that Vogel situation, move on from Darvin, get the word from the Pelicans about the pick, and zero in on what that's going to happen, and line up whatever potential trade, comes from there. But I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Who put the wrong links? What's going on here? Taking over again. Let's see. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's up, sir? Bye, Clippers. Hey, everyone. What's going on? Clippers curse too strong for them to win the series. Yeah, that Clipper Daryl curse, man. Pay me my money, Clipper Daryl. Clipper Daryl curse. Kawhi legit getting paid leave at this point. Yeah, man. Kawhi got the Hall of Fame PTO, bro. He got that unlimited PTO. What they call that? Prepare the others, because I ain't going. That's Kawhi, and that may be what runs Paul George out of town, y'all. Jaquez, what's going on, sir? Yeah, it sucks. Again, I hate to see Kawhi go out like this, man. I really do. Fofo says, Jeff, who's the real street clothes, AD or Kawhi? By far, it's Kawhi. It sucks for either one of them. To have to face that narrative and actually, go through that. But it's bar none Kawhi. It's always been Kawhi. The AD has played more games than those guys for years. Just the narratives. Mavs paint D is suffocating. It has been. Absolutely has been. Dante says, go Dodgers. Absolutely, man. Forget Mitchell or Young. Give me Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen wouldn't be bad. I just think it's reached a point in Utah where they're probably not going to move him. Now they're looking to add to that. They had those 2 years. Okay, let's get to the lottery. I think Utah is going to try to take a step forward this offseason and really start to try to push forward here. So as a result of that, unless they get an offer that just completely blows them away, I don't think they're going to move Markkanen. Let's see. Fofo says, where PG at? PG is like D'Lo with an overrated defense. Palmdale P, man. Palmdale P. We're not going to do the long version. Let's just do the. Palmdale's own playoff P, Paul George, man. I'm good, Big Baby. How are you, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope y'all doing well over there, man. Make sure to follow Big Baby Sports, man. Ain't gonna lie, I feel bad for PG, but not Westbrook. Yeah, Russ just looks like he's ready to snap, just to snap, man. Let's see. I'm curious if somehow the Bucks will force a game 7 with no Dame and Giannis. Giannis seems like if he forces it to game 7, he can play. Who knows? That series could go 7. If Indy's not making their threes, the Indy's a team. If they get up on you, they can front run. But if they can struggle as well, I could very well see Milwaukee still winning this series, even though I picked Indy in this series from the get-go. Even if Giannis played, I still picked Indy because Indy's been giving them fits for a while now. And but we'll see what happens, man. The series is definitely not over, especially after they let them win without Giannis or Dame. This is a very, very important game for Indy. The next one here, I know it's the Clippers. He says, Kane Carter says, Jeff, did Kyrie off-court drama ever taint your view on him and wanting him to come to the Lakers? It never tainted my view of him. But like I reached a point when it came to the Lakers, all the Bron stuff. I just wanted as less drama as possible. So I felt at the time that it could lead to just more of a distraction and drama, but it never made me change my opinion of actually Kyrie. The situation I was kind of worried about because, like I said, the Lakers already had a ton of drama. You had the Westbrook situation. Bron is Bron with the passive aggressiveness and it's kind of the circus that deals with him. You already had Darvin Ham situation. I felt it might have been a little too much drama, but it was nothing personal against Kyrie. So I've always loved Kyrie's game. I just accepted the fact he was never going to be a Laker. Patrick, what's going on, sir? Jeff, imagine the Flippers winning the chip. The cringe in that parade in LA. He'll be leaving town if that ever happens. I don't think it's ever going to happen, man. If you guys want Darvin Ham fired, hit that like button. Absolutely, man. Hit that like button if you want Darvin Ham fired. Kane says, Kyrie, the only 210 baller right now that's still hooping like he hasn't missed a beat. Yeah, Kyrie is. I mean, he's not in his peak no more, obviously, but he's still hooping and playing next to Luka when they've had some struggles at times. Now that they've kind of figured it out and gelled, they're fun to watch, man. They're absolutely fun to watch, no doubt. Okay, the link there for Kuka. Reg Dog TV, what's up, my brother? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all indeed, man. Flippers won't win ish, Jeff. They've been cooked since they traded for Paul George. Thanks for SGA, you bums. SGA and all them picks, huh? On all them picks, man. Best of luck to you in the second round too, man. You guys are very, very fun to watch. I may be able to catch a game of that. I may or may not be in OKC during round 2 or 3. So that'd be dope if I'm able to pull up and catch a game over there, man. Dante says, Jeff soundboard probably got sound effects we never heard. Need some new effects for off season. I got a ton of sound effects, man. That's why I had that Ron one on here for a minute. Just never used it. I just switched the channel there. And I saw it. I was like, oh man, let me use this one. Yeah, I got tons of beats. Tons of sound profiles. I got tons of all kinds of things, man. So I told you I launched the new the new segment that's going to pop off any day now, y'all. Any day now. For those who haven't seen it yet, let me go and bring this up right here. The newest segment's going to be EPJ Sports Night. Going to try to bring you that Sports Center feel, kind of similar to what we're doing tonight, but a little bit more in depth. Covering all sports, NBA, basketball, NFL. I mean, whatever you guys want, really. If there's a sport, then I'm not the best with soccer, right, or anything like that. But if the people want it, I'll get someone on here who can do a better job than me at that until I learn it. But EPJ Sports Night, man, you already saw that we flipped that NBA on NBC logo for the EmpireJeff TV logo now. That we flipped that NBA Inside Stuff logo here for the EPJ Sports Night, man. Shout out, as always, to the graphic god, my Court King's brother Chris, for that fire graphic there. Coming soon, man. EPJ Sports Night. I think you guys are going to really enjoy it, man. I'm going to allow some call-ins on this. It's going to be like a sports talk radio show. You guys will be able to call in. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to do panels, but I'm going to treat it like a talk show. You know what I mean? I've always wanted to do one. And, since I started this, every once in a while I'll do a panel. But this one will be a little bit different. We're going to be treated like a sports talk radio show, and you guys will be able to call in. And we'll still have the EmpireJeff TV segments, which will be what you're used to, which is a little something different. And if it does well, we'll keep it and build on it. So I'm excited. Can't wait for you guys to get you guys' feedback on it once we launch it. Got a whole new beat, got a whole new intro there. If y'all want to see a sneak peek of the beat, let me know. Maybe I can drop you a little quick sneak peek and see what y'all think of the beat tonight, man. But appreciate always your guys' continued support. But I do Dante got a ton of sound clips, a ton of beats, ton of stuff ready to go, man. Tons. Trae Young time. Ugh, that's what I'm kind of worried about. Lakers all day dope. What's up, my guy? I think the Lakers should get DeJounte Murray and trade Austin, let D'Lo walk. I don't think they should let D'Lo walk just because you can't replace him, really. I think in a perfect world, a sign and trade for D'Lo, or if he's crazy enough to opt in and then they move him. Letting D'Lo walk for nothing with no real means to replace him would kind of be reckless. So I think even if they've decided the parties want to split, I think it would be mutually beneficial to move him to get something. Just, something, anything. And then go from there, man. JSJ said Lakers literally fired Vogel right after the last game. What's the holdup with Darvin? And that's exactly why they're taking their time here, because they botched that last one so bad. They're trying to clean it up. Trae is not a good fit for the Lakers. I don't think so either. Jeff, I have an idea for the NBA. Whoever wins the in-season tournament gets the 10th pick, first round that summer. Well, what if it's a team that doesn't even make the playoffs? How do you counter that? The West has 6 good point guard. If we get Trae Young, that ish would not help us. DeJounte Murray will help us with those. So yeah. I would rather have Murray than Trae, but I'm not paying what Atlanta wants for Murray. If they want 3 first-round picks for Murray, they're tripping. Even 2 unprotected, they're tripping. Let's see, people talking to search here. Let's see, Utah isn't doing nothing. I'm not saying they're doing nothing, but Utah has almost made the playoffs the last 2 years, not even trying to get in. You know what I mean? So I think they're going to try to push it now. And they're not going to win nothing, but at some point, that owner's going to want to start making some playoff money. But they got a new owner over there, and it's a little different. Not everyone's out there necessarily playing for championships, right? Especially out the gate. But that guy's probably hoping to get at least 2 or 3 playoff games in the playoff and get a little bit more money return there. So Danny Ainge is piling up some picks there. So I don't think that they're going to. I don't think they're in selling mode anymore. I really don't. So we'll see what happens. Utah rebuilding. They've been rebuilding. That's what I'm saying. And they still almost made the playoffs. So they've got some nice pieces over there. They're continuing to grow. I think they may go get someone now, to be honest with you. Let's see. Jeff, tell me what's wrong with the Clippers. They had a stacked team for years. Injuries, Fofo. I mean, you had Paul George and Kawhi miss a whole playoff series. You had Kawhi miss an entire season plus the playoffs. You had Paul George fall apart against Utah. You've had just a lot of issues, man, and a lot of them just being health related. You had Doc Rivers there for the longest time, Mr. Blow 3-1 himself. They've had a lot of issues, man, and it's just they paid guys a lot of money who don't show up when you need them the most because they're just purely bad luck, and it sucks. Definitely sucks, man. Let's see. James, what's going on, James? CJ Caldwell, what's up, sir? What's up, Laker family? Hope you're doing well, brother. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your continued support as always. Clippers are all past their primes. Yeah, they're not in their peak anymore, but they're still very good. I mean, Kawhi went healthy. Paul George went healthy. James Harden mixed in with them with Russ off the bench. Like, they had something going. It just eventually, you just felt like it was going to kind of fall apart, though. Kyrie could have been a Laker. The issue was the Nets owner didn't want to do Kyrie any favors. From afar, watching Kyrie and Bron on the court was dope. Kyrie and Luka, very fun to watch. Yeah, there was never a world where I felt the Nets were ever going to send him to the Lakers, no matter what the Lakers offered. I just think Joe Tsai was so petty. I didn't think he was going to let it happen, because I think he was blaming Kyrie for, Durant wanted to leave. And that's a lot of money they lost there. They paid a lot of money to those guys and they never played. And then finally, when they were kind of getting healthy and ready to play, then it kind of fell apart. So all that money spent and you didn't really get to benefit from it. So I understand he was eating that petty spaghetti over there, man. And he wasn't going to let Kyrie get what he wanted, because he pretty much blamed Kyrie for everything. Kyrie could reunite. That's not going to happen. And see a 15-year-old talking nonsense. What is going on here? Let's see. People shouting each other out here. Jeff, any chance we could get Harden? None. Zilch. Lakers don't have any free agent money. When the Lakers got eliminated, I was in my new editions. This is the end, and Boys II Men. It's so hard to say goodbye to. You know what, James? I wasn't, because I knew what this team was since December. I've been telling y'all. I told you I had trust issues. I had not died Denver in 6 in this series. It just is what it is. Obviously, I wish the Lakers could have swept them. I wanted the Lakers. I was watching every single game. My heart was in it. But this team around December, I saw them for who they were. I was hoping to be surprised. I was hoping to have them change my mind. This was a tough team to cover. This was a tough season. And, teams rarely make it all the way back from stuff like that, right? All those games were close, except for game 3 where they quit, basically. They had chances, multiple chances, and just couldn't get it done. It just be that way sometimes. And like I said, I've been through the good, the bad, the ugly with this team, and I was already prepared for the ugly. So I wasn't really too upset, other than the fact I'm going to miss my team. until October. So that did suck for sure. Caruso would be fantastic, man. I've been praying for Caruso to come back ever since they let him walk. And I wish they could have found a way, but that tax bill was so ridiculous. But that's not going to be cheap, man. The Bulls are trying to really cash out on him. DJ, what's going on? DJ from Lakers in 5, man. Pausing his workout to come salute y'all in the chat, man. Make sure you head on over to Lakers in 5. Give my guy a sub. Check out that content over there. Great dude, great channel, great content. Make sure you hit him up over there. And DJ, if you are working tonight, drive safe, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in as always. Hey, Jeff, do you think the NBA need to rotate the NBA Finals coverage? Kind of like the Super Bowl, for example, ABC one year, the next year TNT. I would love the TNT Finals coverage. It's not up to the NBA. They get paid by the network. So like ABC, ESPN paid for that, right? It's going to be really hard to outbid them if they want it, right? So NBA on NBC trying to creep back in. They're trying to take away from Turner, actually. So if NBC wins this bid, there's going to be no more Turner. So NBA and NBC is trying to get those 2 games a week that TNT has right now. And man, if they get that, that'll be crazy. They bring the jingle back, then my logo going really hit again, man. But yeah, NBA and NBC is rumored to be strongly pursuing a comeback, and they may be the favorite at this point over Turner. Actually, doesn't mean that they can't hire Turner's crew. You know what I mean? But it's looking like, as of right now, I heard yesterday that NBC was the favorite, and it was something like $2.5 billion that they were looking to get that deal done, which is nuts. KD Def punching the air, watching Kyrie ball out with Luka. Oh, facts, big facts. So was the Nets owner. It's a young man's game at this point. The 2010 Hoopers are slowly fading out. Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. Not gonna lie, I root for the vets over the young guys because I like the underdogs. No, I hear you. Janessa says Lakers need to get the T-Wolves GM Tim Connolly. He has an opt-out this summer. He built the Nuggets title squad. Yeah, I've been saying that for weeks. So the great minds think alike. I mentioned it on the show. I mentioned it on Twitter. What's going on over there with that ownership? He signed over there and was hoping to be part of that new ownership group and not be having to stay with Glenn Taylor. It's kind of what sold him on it. So the fact that that's happening over there, he may not be want to be part of all that mess, and the legal issues are going to be dealt with up there. The only thing is Jeannie going to pony up for that, right? Is she going to dismiss Rob to make that happen? Is she going to demote Rob, or is she going to bring him in a higher role? I don't know. That's been my wish. I think the perfect offseason for the Lakers would be Tim Connolly and then Tyronn Lue. Unless they pay to get another coach, to come away from a different team. But that would be phenomenal. I would take Connolly over Bob Myers. I know that sounds crazy, but he actually built more team of 2 teams than Bob Myers did. And technically he's got a chip, because of that Denver team. But Bob Myers is excellent. But I would take Connolly. Connolly's legit, man. I'm rooting for anyone not Nuggets or Celtics. I'm not really rooting. I'm having some fun poking at Clipper fans, obviously, but my team's out of it. So I'm not really rooting against anyone. I do want to see Luka on the brightest stage. I wouldn't mind that at all. So of all the teams in the West, that's kind of I don't want to say hoping, but that's probably something I would like to see. I just want to see Luka in the finals at some point. So why not this year when we don't have to deal with them to face them? Let's see. I can't wait to see that Sixers versus Knicks game 6. Game 5 is a classic. Tyrese Maxey had a legendary performance. Facts, man. Quality Kev, what's going on, sir? This ain't basketball related, but I'm curious on your thoughts on Euphoria by Kendrick. Incredible. See, I mean, it's going to be a different take depending on what your style or what your vision of hip hop is, right? If you're kind of like for the culture and you're kind of like a purist and you're kind of like for the guy who's fighting for what really matters, not the money, not the overall sales, not the winning IG and all the algorithms that don't matter when it comes to selling records, then you're gonna naturally have respect and appreciate Kendrick's take on it. If you're about the money, the bling, the flash, the quote unquote baddies, the social media, and all that, like the stuff that if that's your thing, then you're probably going to be more into Drake. Me, I'm more of an essence, more of a hip hop culturist, more of a fundamentalist boom bap dude. So for me, it's Kendrick all the way. Like I think the way he did it there with all those different beat flips, kind of recognizing all kind of 5 of his different temperaments and voices that he did. Nothing about that, right? That kind of stuff he was doing. So Kendrick is, I don't see, there's no way in the world that Drake takes out Kendrick lyrically. And the thing is, my only worry with the Kendrick side of it is that his bars and his rhymes are going to go over so many people's heads. So in the event of that happening, people may say, oh, Drake got him because Drake is speaking on things that the average fan or pop star fan that's not even really into the hip hop culture, but are just Drake fans, which is fine. I think Drake is dope. Like I said, I got nothing against Drake, but my thing is that he's not on Kendrick's level. And there's a reason why J. Cole head for the freaking hills, man. You know what I mean? So Kendrick, there's not a world where Drake or his ghostwriters can see Kendrick lyrically. There's just not a world where that can happen. My only concern with Kendrick is he going to be able to touch enough people? Are they going to be able to understand his jabs and his point of view for them to consider it a win? But the purists and the real ones are going to know that Drake isn't going to win this. Drake lost to Pusha T already, and Kendrick is on a whole different level than Pusha T. So, but I liked it. I liked it. It was different. I started off slow and then it picked up. With Kendrick, you have to pay attention so much that you almost can't consume it at first. You almost can't enjoy it totally at first because you're so worried about missing something that you almost can't catch the vibe. So then you got to like replay it once you've caught him a couple times. And okay, now let me just vibe out, right? Let me just vibe out to this now. Now that I've tried to catch, the wordplay and all the stuff he's throwing in there, sign to one, to sign to one, to sign to one. The Benjamins, the Franklins, Joe Jacksons, Ben. There's a lot of things in there that people didn't catch that still, you know what I mean? And that's one thing that Drake is very easy. He's very coloring book. He's very reading Rainbow, Barney. You know what I mean? Like it's like very easy for even like a 12-year-old to catch, which is dope, which is cool because that's why it's smart. But Kendrick, is gonna work at his pace. He's gonna not be rushed. He's gonna create at his pace. He's gonna put out his art, and what that does is gonna make Drake impatient, and he's just gonna draw him out. And Drake's probably gonna make a mistake because he's just gonna overplay his hand, and then he's gonna get caught. Kendrick's ready for this, man. Kendrick probably has 10, 15 joints at any point that he can release. He's just picking when to do it. So I liked it though. Long answer. I know it's not basketball related. All those games been competitive in this series. Facts. I miss when KCal9 had Laker away games for free. Yeah, man, but the Lakers had to get that TV deal, man. And KCal9, man, the good old days, man. I remember those. Remember those for sure. DJ saying, what up? Get Ahmad Rashad for NBC. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Get Ahmad Rashad back. Mark Albert's gone. Like, right? What's a Hannah Storm is on ESPN still. The Prudential halftime report, man. Like, man, I'm just excited to hear that music again, man. Bring it back, man. Nostalgic AF right there, man. Nostalgic AF right there. Come on, DJ. You forgot JSJ, man. Come on, Jay. Be careful, man. He gonna put you on like an 83,000 second time. JSJ be cocked and loaded in these YouTube streams, man. You gotta be careful, man. He's triggered, bro. He triggered. Gemini says, oh, wow, I didn't know about NBC making a comeback. I would feel mixed if we have no more Inside the NBA on TNT. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe they work something else out. Maybe TNT takes over the NBA TV stuff, or maybe they bring that crew over. I don't know, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited to see if that happens. This is what needs to happen. NBC should replace ESPN and keep the TNT coverage. That I would not be mad at. I think you might be onto something there. Yeah, it does feel odd. No Steph, Braun, or KD in these playoffs right now. Facts. Why do you think player fans get hated on? Because they're just they can't have an unbiased opinion. They're just too biased. Their fanboyish is too. But it's not just player fans. You can have team fans that can't be unbiased, right? That's why I pride myself on of trying to be unbiased. There's some people in my life, my daily life, they'll be like, "Oh, you just a diehard Laker fan. You just biased. You can't say nothing bad about your team." They clearly don't listen to my show. But I think that player stands and blind, loyal team fans that can admit no wrong with their team, I think are just as bad, right? So I think because they can't be unbiased, I think that they can't be objective. I think that they make up lies to steer their narrative, mostly player fans. So people just don't want to take him serious because they almost just can't be taken serious. Now there's some player fans who are objective and hold their players accountable. They're dope. You know what I mean? But to me, it's just I can't fully grasp, because I've never been that guy that has a favorite player but no team to root for. Like I've had players that I love that weren't on my team. Like Derek Jeter was my favorite baseball player forever, but I'm a Dodger fan, but I also was a Yankee fan, right? So, but at the same time, and that may be weird to some people, how you like two teams, or like I'm from LA and New York, like deal with it, right? But my thing is that I don't know, I can't grasp the not rooting for any team, just the player. Like that part I can't grasp. But it just because I can't grasp it, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean anything. It's just I just can't understand it. It don't make much sense to me, man. G Prince, what's up, my guy? Hey, Jeff, how are you? I think we only need to retain one of AD or Braun. This tandem can no longer keep the pace with other young stars. I'm doing great, man. I hope you're doing well as well. While I agree with you, I don't think that's an option. I think they're keeping both of them. What if Jimmy was playing? That things could have been different, but I think that Miami team is cooked now. Purple and gold, what's going on, sir? What's up, Jeff? I'm watching this post-game flipper show right now only because they lost. Very, very, very happy. I added a couple extra berries there, man. I appreciate you for tuning in. Purple and gold. People talking to search. Let me mind my business. Talking to search. Let me mind my business before search disappears for another week, man. We can't. Can't have that, right? Drake has no chance. He's going to use AI again. Oh, man. Oh, wicked, right? Jeff, is it true that Rondo was applying for a Lakers coaching job? So I can tell you this. So I was at a game last season. Last season just ended. I was at a game during the season. The day after the day of the trade deadline, we were playing the Nuggets. Shout out to my brother LOE. We were sitting mad close. We was like right there. And Rondo was in the building, right? He was there. He was sitting courtside. He was there. Found out later that he was there that day, earlier today, to meet with the Lakers. At that point, no one really knew what it was. We knew Darvin wasn't going to be gone. And for what I don't know if this is true. I have no idea if this is true. But he was meeting with Laker people. He was meeting with Clutch people. And there was kind of like a rumor going around within some of the circles that I talked to, that the Lakers were kind of approaching Rondo on some film room stuff, because he's a legend in that realm. Almost consultant-ish, maybe to help them kind of for some scouting and stuff. So I heard that from a couple of different people. So that's why I said I'm assuming it's true. So if that's the case, and they were already kind of talking to him about that, I could see him having a role on a coaching staff. I just don't know if the Lakers are going to offer him the head coaching job. There's an argument out there. There's people who saying to hire a rookie head coach again, and then there's people just hire the best person available, whether it's a David Adelman, the assistant in Denver, Rondo, one of these guys who've never had head coaching experience. And then there's people on the side of the fence saying, no, do not hire a rookie head coach. And I'm going to do an actual video on this, so I'm not going to go too deep in it. But so just keep that in mind. I don't know where the Lakers' preference is going to be in the event that they do let go of Darvin, which is trending that way. I still think that someone like Tyronn Lue might be up there. However, it is Conley. If they're able to pry Conley away, then someone like David Adelman, who he worked with when he was in Denver, could be a possibility. So just keep an eye on that. But I'm going to do a video on that rather soon here. I wonder with the injuries to Kawhi, and depending on how Embiid holds up, do you think Team USA may add Brunson and Kyrie? Embiid, I don't know. If Embiid goes down, they may look for another big. As far as Kawhi going down, maybe one of those guys, or maybe another wing, probably a wing. Out of PG, Kawhi, Russ Harden, who retires? I don't think anyone retires this season. But you talk about who retires first, maybe Kawhi, if he's not able to play at some point, which is sad. Let's see. My ideal coaching lineup for the Lakers next season is Ty Lue, if let go by flips, then make Handy the lead assistant, hire Redick and Rondo for assistants. I don't think that Redick is going to take an assistant job. I think he's built a brand and a name for himself. I think he's going to look to get a head coaching job somewhere. I don't think he ever ends up being an assistant. Excuse me. What is JJ putting Starbucks links. What the heck is bro, Kawhi never there when you need him. The most if the Clippers don't win this series, I'm moving Kawhi. Bro, there's no point in having a player who never stays on the floor. He's eligible to be traded come June. But I don't know how many teams are going to trade for him after he just did that extension, to be honest with you. Janessa says Lakers need to sign Yuta Watanabe and CD Osman for bench depth. Those wouldn't be bad guys. They made a run at Watanabe this offseason. He just chose Phoenix this last offseason. He's promoting Coco 5 now. What is going on, JSJ? I'm not sure if we keep him. Yeah, not sure we're keeping him either. I'm both a player fan and a team fan. I still a Pau Gasol fan until now, and will always be a Laker fan for life. Yeah, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I just said I've never understood being just a player fan and not having a team that you root for. That I never understood. I'm not talking trash about it. It just was never something I considered, right? So it's just different to me. On Friday, the Flipper's going to be going to Galveston, vacationing, swimming per Chuck. That's hilarious, man. They are a cursed team, man. The Clipper Darryl curse is real. Jeff, how about JJ Redick as a Laker head coach? Bron would definitely listen to him. Bron listened to him on a podcast all the time. I think that's something that, you know what? I think if the Ty Lue thing can't happen, I think that may be something that Bron might push for, but we're gonna have to wait and see on it. But I think there's some legs to that. I don't know how much, but we'll have to wait and see about that. Satra, what's good, my sir? Salute, brother Jeff. Let's go Lake Show for life. Absolutely. Appreciate you for tuning in. Search says Jeff getting crazy. Oh man, that's funny, man. Yep, the Donald Sterling curse, man. It's just wild. That curse is wild, man. Let's keep D'Lo if he wants to stay. We can use him as trade and asset in the future. I don't think they just let D'Lo walk. I think they're gonna have, that really wouldn't benefit them. Quality Kev said, "Wait, people apply for the job. I thought the Lakers organization just reaches out to people they want working for them. Apply meaning like show interest, right? Like apply like a, just showing interest in the job, reaching out, say, hey, just want to let you know." I'm interested. If you are, let's talk type of thing. So apply may not be the right word, but just showing interest is pretty much what it would be. Lakers will probably avoid another first-year coach. They might. And I said, I've got some feelings on this, both sides. So I'm waiting to do a video on that because I think I got some good takes on that. And maybe as early as tomorrow, I'll do a video on that. Please, no more rookie coaches. See, that's what I'm saying. This topic is too good to pass up. So I'm probably going to do a video on that. As long as the Lakers get a coach with head coaching experience. Chris, what's going on, brother? I would accept Rondo or Lou immediately. Shout out my Court Kings brother, Chris the Graphic. God, appreciate you, brother. Yeah. I don't think I would be opposed to Rondo. Definitely not Lou either. But like I said, I'm gonna do a video on this soon. Quality Cash said Redick ain't leaving his podcast. It's not about leaving the podcast. He could still do a podcast even as a Laker coach. That'd be amazing, having an actual coach doing a podcast. He was a player that did a podcast pretty much before anyone when he was playing. Then he did a post career, and we've never had a head coach do a podcast while he's coaching. That would be bonkers. So keep an eye. That could happen. Adamant might be a good choice. Interesting. His dad was a coach. Yep. Video. We're gonna get. I gotta get on that video, man. Rondo is a rookie coach, but I think there's a fiery coach that we need. Plus, he already has kind of a relationship with him. So, again, I'm gonna move away from that topic because I really want to do a video on it. Yuta is going back to Japan. He is? Okay, cool. That solves that. Kane says, my homie said Kawhi gonna keep trying to play and come back as long as he gets paid. He would never retire like this until he doesn't want it no more. Well, I got I got some people in these streets and in these circles too. You can read there are things with insurances and things like that. It's not as cut and dry as you think. So I'm not convinced that he finishes out his contract with the Clippers. Kenny Atkinson, Phil Handy, or David Alabin for coach if Ty Lue is unavailable. Again, I'm gonna wait this out for the video. I think I've talked a little too much more than I wanted to on this topic right now. Let's see. What's good, Jeff? Over for Spurs or Game 7. What's up, Sammy the man? I don't know, because like I said, we've seen this before, man. In 2021, Mavs won both road games, and Clippers won both road games, and then Mavs won again in LA, and the Clippers had to win, went back and won again in Dallas, and then Clippers had to close it out in 7 at home. So I don't know. When it comes to these two, I felt like the Mavs were gonna win the last game in Dallas without Kawhi, and they didn't. So I don't know. I don't even want to say expect. You would think Dallas would close them out, but the way these two have played against each other, it's just too hard to predict. But I did predict Mavs in 6, so I guess I will stick with that. Lakers all day says Charles Barkley said that whoever put the Lakers roster together should be fired. I agree with him. Let's see, Jeff, would we keep our pick this year, or who are you excited we should pick? That's up to New Orleans, and they have till June 1st to decide that. However, I do expect them to decide to take the 2025 pick instead of 2024, but we'll have to wait and see what they do decide. But again, they do have until 2021 to decide. I'm sorry, till June 1st. Sorry, I was reading something here. Let me see. Oh, that's interesting. Some baseball updates I'm getting here. Sorry, guys. They have until June 1st to decide. So they're probably going to string that along and make the Lakers sweat it out, even though I think the Lakers already know that they're going to keep the pick. So we'll just have to wait and see on that. But if they keep the pick, I don't really know. I didn't watch a lot of college basketball this season. I've got to do a deep dive prior to the draft. I'm not really the guy to go to when it comes to the college for this year, because I didn't have, between doing this channel, not Lakers, Dodgers, and everything I got on my plate, I just didn't have the time, unfortunately, to dive into college basketball this season. Chris says, EmpireJeff TV. So you're saying there's a chance? You're making me feel better about next year already. So you're telling me there's a chance. There's a chance for a lot of things, Chris. What's up, Jamar? Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Thank you for all your continued support. Maybe if Kawhi was a Laker, he would have avoided his injury curse. Maybe, man. Maybe. Rather have a Richard, what's going on? Rather have a rookie than a 10-year coach that don't got a track record. Yeah. I've got a lot of thoughts on this, but I'm going to save it for the video. I just really want to do that video. So I want Mavs versus Wolves in the West Finals, Celtics versus Knicks in the West. In the East. I definitely want Celtics versus Knicks. I want Mavs. You know what? I wouldn't mind Luka versus Joker. I think Luka, Kyrie versus Joker and Murray, I think would be more box office, even though Ant would be incredible, but Ant, I think, needs one more year. But I want Luka versus Joker. Like, I really want that. I know they don't guard each other, but I'm just saying, I definitely want those right there. Technically, yes, he is. Seriously, I hope the management realizes we need a legit contender in order to keep up with the other teams on the rise. Enough with this too many guard lineup. I think they know they need a contender. It's just they haven't been able to execute that, right? And that's something they've got to figure out. And the Lakers front office is struggling to do so right now. Did you see the NBA report that said Murray's 4-point play should have been waved off? Knicks got screwed. Murray or Maxey? Maxey. Did I say Murray? Damn it. Sorry, Maxey's because of a travel. Yeah, but that happens, man. Native Texan 1836. What's going on? Saying go Mavs. Hey, we with you, man. Go Mavs, man. Go Mavs. I'm telling you, man, I really want to see Luka on the brightest stage. I really, really do. It's not even fully me rooting against the Clippers, to be honest with you. It's just me wanting to see Luka on a bright stage. I think he's built for it. I think he's made for this. I think he was born for this. And it's only a matter of time before he gets there. So why not have him get there in a year where the Lakers don't got to deal with him? You know what I mean? So go get yours, Luka. Go do your thing, man. That would be incredible to see. I want to see him on the brightest stage, man. I do. Tamika, hello to you. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you as always. Jeff, have you talked to some high-level coach in the NBA before? Several. Yes, I have. I love talking to coaches. Being a former coach myself, I've gone to speaking engagements. I've gone to conferences. So yes, I've talked to several high-level coaches. I've talked to several high-level executives. I've talked to several scouting directors of scouting, overseas scouts, player development guys, and gals too. I've talked to film room specialists, medical staff people. Like I've talked to so many people involved in the game. I'm such a sponge, and anytime I come across something, or anytime I have the option to do something, especially something that I do for a living, kind of crossover. When you're paying for people to come in for speaking engagements, or you network and meet a lot of different people. And so I've been able to cross over a couple of different times in that, and be it through sponsorships and just linking through reps for teams or different companies. And I've been blessed to be around and be part of some Q&As and be part of some conversations and some roundtable discussions and conferences with all kinds of different people from different avenues and aspects of life. And I've built a lot of relationships over the years in that. So especially like media too, like my media connects, which I've had the longest, have also, put me in situations where I've been able to, pull up and been welcome to a table when they were sitting with someone and, been able to be part of a conversation. So it's kind of dope when you build those relationships in your network, and you keep your mouth shut, and you don't go clout chasing, and you don't bug them to come on your show just so the whole world can know that you know them. I don't do any of that, So it allows you to get invited to places that you wouldn't imagine you ever get invited to. And so yeah, I've been able to talk to several both NBA and college and some high level high school coaches too. So and travel ball AAU guys. So and top level female coaches and WNBA players, like just a lot. You know what I mean? So I love talking the game of basketball, and as you guys can tell from here on a nightly basis, and that journey has taken me to many of places that have led to many of conversations with many different people that I've been blessed enough to pick their brains on. Let's see. Native Texan says, shout out Maxie from Garland, Texas, for getting that dub over the Knicks. Man, I love Maxie, though. I really, 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 really do. But I'm rooting for the New York Knicks in that series, man. I really want to see the Knicks progress. We need a legitimate big and a 3-and-D wing that can knock down open jumpers when Braun kicks out the ball. Yes, this is true. We've been needed that, man. Can you name some of those high NBA level staffs you talk to? I can, but I've kind of always prided myself as someone who doesn't like name drop. I didn't talk to them when I did the show, but I've been, like I said, I've been blessed. You know what I mean? And I'm not a name dropper. I'll never like the media people I talk to, like, and all that stuff. It's just not like what I do. But I can tell you some that was kind of just like just random. I've been able to talk to people. I've talked to Mike Dunleavy, a senior. I've talked to guys who basically been around my AAU time that I can name, because that wasn't like an official event. That was like they just pulled up and I was able to kind of talk to them. I've actually have had conversations with Ty Lue. He's from Mexico, Missouri, and as you know, my father's side of the family is from Missouri. So got some people out there. We actually like someone who's actually like very, very close to Tyronn Lue. Kind of set that up, but that was like a long time ago. That was like a long time ago, before he was even like a head coach. When he was a assistant at the time. But I've talked to I've talked to guys that were assistants on staffs, and then moved up, like Miles Simon, before he went over to take over the Lakers G League, and then moved to Phoenix with Frank Vogel. These are just ones that I met just in regular travels of just my basketball coaching. But other than that, I'm not going to talk like the ones that my people hooked me up with to talk to, because then it would be betraying the confidence from that standpoint. Let's see. I actually met Becky Hammond while she was on the Spurs. She's crazy, man. Talking hoops with her is nuts. She is like a massive, like, just hoop junkie. Her, the way she's like spicy. She's fiery too. She talks crazy. So her, Mark Madsen when he was coaching, Kobe Carl when he was coaching the G League. I'm trying to think. Let me see off the top of my head the ones that I don't see myself getting in trouble for saying. Let's see, Michael Cooper when he was coaching the Nuggets. That was a long time ago though. Let me see. Who was the other one? That I can say. Who was the dude? It's on the tip of my tongue right now. Who was the dude that he was Jock Vaughn? Jock Vaughn. I spoke to him before. But those are just coming and goings, right? And then you'll see a lot of guys around like these AA tournaments if they've got kids playing. I've seen like Doc before, but I never talked to him. I didn't really want to, which is weird because I probably should have. But I've seen him before, but never really talked with him. Let me see what the other ones off the top of my head. There's some I want to say, but I can't. You know what I mean? So it's like there are some ones that I would really love to say, but I can't. Who's Flip Saunders' son, Ryan Saunders. And who was the I'm trying to think like the assistants that became like people that you guys would actually know. Because I've talked to people that you guys probably wouldn't even know their names because they were like long-term assistants or like college assistants. But the ones, like I said, the ones that you're probably fishing for here, I really can't speak on though. LAPD should be looking for Gabe and Rui for robbing the Lakers money. Draft Zach Edey at number 17 for keeping the pick. I think the kid is legit. I don't care if he can't shoot. I don't know if he's going to go that early though. Yeah. He's an incredible coach, man. Absolutely incredible coach. Trying hard not to argue with people on social media. It's pretty pointless. I don't even be looking at it, man. I don't even be looking at it. Like I'm telling you, I'm off of timelines like crazy. Let's see. Yeah. I'm gonna leave that one alone. How you think NBA players should deal with internet trolls and criticism? Just ignore it. Like, even as a content creator, I don't even entertain it. So I couldn't even imagine on their level. They get it like crazy, right? No good can come of it. Just no good could come of it. Like, you just got to shut it down and stay away from it, like AD does, man. I don't know. There was a city called Mexico and Missouri. Yeah, he's from Mexico and Missouri. So there is. Ty's a cool guy, man. He's dope. But like I said, at the time, he wasn't a head coach and definitely wasn't an NBA champion head coach, but he was trying to make up those grounds there, and it was basically Laker related, his days playing. Shout out to Cooper making the Hall of Fame. Yeah, shout out to Coop. Coop is cool as hell, man. This year playoffs have not been fun. No team I've rooted for doing well. Starting to wonder if I'm the yeah, recently, but it wasn't when he was it was when he was the I want to say it was the Magic's head coach at the time. He's a cool dude. Talked about his time at Kansas. Real cool dude, but it was a while ago. Good names to look for this year's draft. What's the name? I'm gonna take your word on. Like I said, I hadn't really a chance to break down college this year. Random, but I grew up in the same apartment complex as Jock Vaughn in Pasadena. Went to the same high school too, but he's older than me. And it's funny you say Pasadena. That's kind of, well, yeah. So it's kind of like how that happened. But there's more. I just don't know if there's names like that you guys would recognize. Obviously, being able to talk to when you're in AAU and you deal with some high level talent and you got dudes recruiting players, or you're like in the gym with and you're playing against AAU guys and you got dudes that are being recruited, in the gyms where Kawhi was, Paul George was, Jordan Farmar, and stuff like that. Then you were around a lot of like college head coaches and NBA scouts there coming earlier, NBA head coaches coming in early to look. So in that environment, especially a lot of these guys were coming up through college or they were playing at the time and then they moved up. So again, a lot of my relationships, as I continue to mention, are from a while ago. Like it's not rarely any of my connections are like from recent time. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not like, okay, I started doing YouTube, so I met a couple of people. No, a lot of these people I've known since before I was even really on Twitter, before I was even like even dreamed of having a YouTube channel. So it's like a lot of the people that I've come across were just people I came across when I wasn't even planning on doing anything like this. It was just natural, just networking, and it was my source of information. I figured, why would I go to the internet when I can establish relationships with these people directly? And back then, it was a lot easier to establish it. And I was lucky enough to be in that time and era where I could. Maybe Lakers should hire Jock Vaughn. He wouldn't be a bad assistant, to be honest with you. I hate how the NBA has gotten so three-point heavy. Man, I miss him when he used to be more slashers and paint dominated. Yep. Can you pronounce the Thunder's coach's name? I can't. For the life of me, I can't. Him and who's the no, I think he's the only one. I can't for some reason. I've heard it say multiple times. It's just not sticking in my brain. but I can't. And I don't know why I can't. I want to keep Wood, to be honest. I think he hasn't given enough opportunity to thrive this season. Yeah, man, he just had a rough year, man. I ran into Jordan Farmar on Torrance on my lunch break. Cool dude. Yeah, I watched Jordan Farmar. Actually, Jordan Farmar played on a couple of my all-star teams when he was in high school. So for sure, like Jordan Farmar, the Nick Youngs, Steve Smith, Larry Drew Jr., a lot of the Holiday brothers were ridiculous at Campbell Hall. Like I said, I was able to see a lot of these Spencer Dinwiddie, like we were able to see a lot of these guys coming up and then being around people when they were coming to see them. And Jordan Farmar was a big deal. Nick Young wasn't big deal-ish, but Jordan Farmar was like a legitimate big deal. He was, like I said, got recruited by UCLA, went to UCLA. He was a big deal. And being able to be around that was kind of cool. Man, I missed the 09-10 Laker team, the hard effort of that team, the killer instinct. I wish to see another Laker team like that again. The closeness of that team was dope, man. Serge, yeah, man. Serge is back, man. Serge is back. I'll tell you, we need to welcome back Serge, man. I'm telling you, we should have had a party, right? Should have had a party to welcome back Serge. Like, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome, Serge. Right? Welcome, Serge back, man. Let's see. I'm good. Okay, let me mind my business. Let me mind my business. People talking. Let me mind my business. But yeah, man, who do y'all got winning the next game? Does Dallas pull off the next game? Like, do they get it done? Do the Clippers come back to LA? Do the Knicks go in and win in Philly? Who you got in Orlando and Cleveland? Like, does Indy put away Milwaukee? Like, talk to me. How do y'all think this goes, man? I've been waiting to search, man. I was like, I'm gonna get search because, like, it's all love, man. I'm just having fun, man. I'm just having fun, man. Search back like he never left, right? Oh man. It's funny, man. I just took a guess. Hard name to pronounce. It's a tough one, man. Search. Yeah, that's the $1 million question, right? Dallas closes out the series at home. Like I said, I took them in 6, so that would be ideal if they do. So we'll see how that happens, though. But yo, we got 33 likes on the video, man. 33. Come on, y'all. Help me out here, man. Ron, help me out, man. Again.
Acknowledge me, please.
Yeah, come on. Acknowledge me here putting in this work, man. Acknowledge us, man. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, man. Like I said, 30% of the people that are here on a nightly basis have yet to subscribe, man. Damn. Like, come on, man. Just subscribe already. Come on. You're here every night. Anyways, you like what you hear. Tune in, man. Tune in. Drop a sub on the channel, man. You'd be greatly appreciated. Let's see what else we got up in here. He said AI is not real. What has surprised me, man? The Prince says the Flippers crowd chanting "Let's go Clippers" sounds weird, gross, and corny. Yeah, like those t-shirts that said Clippers Nation was really weird. They don't have a nation, bro. If Knicks aren't careful, they can go to a game 7. Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's an absolute fact. If LeBron extends, I think Rudy is most likely to get traded. I would feel bad if Austin gets traded. Yeah, because Rudy's kind of the redundancy there. He had horrible playoffs. He doesn't defend. Although the continuity thing is a real thing, man. I think if the Lakers continue to turn the team over off season after off season, man, it just gets tough to really develop that up. And so I think that becomes problematic at some point too. So I think at some point they may have to consider, some continuity there, man. I know it's not ideal for a lot of people, but at some point you got to figure that out, man. Got to figure that out. 4 more quarters till Ty Lue ends his Clipper coaching career. It comes to Le GM, Le Cash Flow. We was talking about that around the league yesterday, man. But I think okay. I'm not talking coaching because you guys are trapping me here. Y'all baiting me here. You knew I said I was gonna do a video on it. Y'all trying to catch me slipping. You almost got me, Rodell. Y'all almost got me, man. So I'm gonna. If someone hits me up about anything regarding the coach, I'm gonna hit you up with the next question. I'm not gonna do it. Y'all gonna catch me slipping, man. I'm gonna wait to do this video, man. Y'all almost got me there. We out here, Jeff. What's up, Satro? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in as always. Appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all, as I always say, man, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me, and I appreciate that, man. So thank y'all for your always continued support, man. It does not go unnoticed. It never has. It never will. And I just appreciate y'all, man. And I want to always go out of my way to emphasize and make sure you guys know that. Like I said, man, not even a full year on these YouTube streets, and y'all make me feeling right at home over here. This is y'all community, man. I'm just a voice. I'm just one voice. You guys are a bunch of people in the chat. When you guys coming on the into a panels or whatnot, when we pull up, whatever, we all talk. But outside of that, I'm just a voice on the microphone. But it's the chat and the people contributing to the chat that make this show go. So seriously, and shout out to everyone over on Twitter as well that continue to pull up and show support over there, man. Drop a like on the post over there. Retweet it if you can. Tell a friend to tell a friend that it's Jeff again. Send them this way. Get them to join our beautiful community of ours over here. And on YouTube too, man. Do me a favor. Share this video. Share this video on your socials, man. And put the word out, man. The EmpireJeff TV gospel in the community we got over here, man. Let's share it, man. And we greatly appreciate it. Who's the Lakers free agent options beside Trey and Mitchell? Well, they're not free agents. Those would be trades. Free agents, I don't really know what their options are yet in free agency, man. But trades, like I said, Trey Young, Donovan Mitchell are going to be the ones that are going to be openly named. But I'm telling you, the Lakers have their eyes on some other people, hoping that they become available. Because this summer, as you guys have heard me say, is kind of the big bad wolf or the true boogeyman of the new CBA. Some teams, I think, are going to look to clear the deck sooner than some would think. And then in the event of that happening, the Lakers are open for business, man. They got 3 first-round picks they got to play with. They got movable contracts that are not bad contracts. They got some things they can do, man. The Lakers can get froggy out here, man. So the Lakers need to be careful and make sure they make the right move and don't just spend the picks because you got them. You know, sometimes you got to take the Dodger route and just wait till you get those right guys. Wait till you can get that Mookie Betts. Wait till you can get that Freddie Freeman. Wait till you can get that Shohei Ohtani. You know, save your money, save your picks until you get that right person or persons or people, right? And so just don't get out there and burn and get rid of those picks just because you got them, just to end up in the same situation you were last year. And that's what we're hoping does not happen. I'll be turning into your input, Jeff, when the day comes about coaching stuff. Let us know when. Hey, appreciate you, Purple and Gold. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Hoping for a Darvin Ham fire breaking news soon. I think it's going to be coming soon, man. Fire coach, I think that's going to come. I think because of what happened with Vogel, I think that the actually Lucky has untied my shoes here. Come on, Luck Pup, man. What's going on? I think that because of what happened with Vogel, they're going to take a cautious approach here when it comes to the removal of Darvin Ham. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm assuming. Just because they botched the Vogel one so bad that they can't do that with back-to-back coaches. They can't fumble fire the coach bag on back-to-back occasions. That would be horrific. And which is why I think that I think we may hear something, doing exit interviews and they go through all that, but I think they're going to make it seem like, I could be completely wrong on this, but I think that they're going to try to make it seem like they're giving consideration to it, even though I think that they've already given consideration to it. I believe they've made up their mind. At least I would think so. I don't know what mind would have to be read. Because like I said, even if they know they like him, they can't bring him back, man. It's like I said, far too toxic, and they have to make the change here. I cannot, for different reasons than everyone else. Everyone else just wants the man gone because they hate him. I don't hate Darvin Ham. I just do not want to deal with another season of that toxicness and just the anti-Ham barrage. Like it's too much. That's like Jeannie, Rob, if you're still there when this becomes happening, like just get it done. I beg of you. I do not want to go through another season of that. No one does. So please help us out, man. Do you think the Rams and the Sparks will take a leap on their next respective seasons? Rams, I think. Sparks, I don't know nothing about to have a comment on that. If Darvin stays, the whole city is going to riot. And that's what I'm worried about. Not the riot, but I just don't want to hear any of that no more. Jeff, besides coaching, do you also do basketball trainer? I do not. I have not touched a basketball in years. So once I stopped coaching and barely, stopped playing, like even just regular pickup or just regular, like playing with friends, playing and joining games with friends or whatnot. But outside of that, no, I do not do any training now. I don't have a program anymore. Don't have a travel program anymore. I've pretty much retired from coaching. Just don't have the time to do it. And I can't really go in half-heartedly. I got to give my all to it. And so, no, I have not touched the basketball in years, and I don't expect to touch the basketball for a while. like it just don't. I'm at a point where I just don't want to risk injury when I'm playing, and all that stuff. So I just don't. My connection and relationship with basketball now is just breaking it down, analyzing it, but actual sport of it, I paid my dues. I've done my time, and I'm out of it now. Facts, Jeff. We need smart moves to happen the near future. Yeah, we absolutely do. Purple and Gold says, yep, we're going to go be protesting like we have like what's happening in UCLA. That stuff's crazy, man. That whole situation is crazy, just in general, every aspect of it. What was your play style when you were hooping? So I wasn't like a star level player. I was never the best player on my team. There were times I wasn't even a starter. So like for me, I was kind of a glue guy. A lot of assists. I could rebound, defend. My shooting was kind of like I was either like on fire or ice cold. Like I knew rather early. If I hit my first couple of shots, I knew it was going to be good for me. And then if I missed, that was pretty much done. And that was when I was like younger. Then when I started playing like casually, I started coaching and playing less casually. Then, but pretty much, I was really, really good at assists, getting assists, moving the ball, setting screens. I was a good teammate. You know what I mean? But I was never the best player on the team. I wasn't a star player. But star players love playing with me because I knew how to get them the ball in the spaces and places that they wanted it. I said my passing skills. I could pretty much get a basketball through any area that a basketball would fit. Like the smallest of gaps, I could get a ball through. And I was a solid defender and a pretty good trash talker that would get in the heads of other people. But I was a smart basketball player, which is why a lot of the star players like playing with me. I often kind of like when I would coach, you could kind of like anticipate plays happening before they happen. So just with me on the court, often the team, I'm not going to, well, kind of. The team was almost better when I was on the floor because of the way I would move the ball and the way I could get the star players going. They didn't need me to if they had the ball in their hands, I could get going. But if it was a big guy, or if it was a guy who was a slasher, or if it was a guy that, needed a screen to get up, or like someone who liked the bounce pass as opposed to like a chest pass, like I knew these different things within a game and within my teammates. And for that, I had kind of worked. So I was kind of like a glue guy. But I was never really like a top tier player. Never. I was never as good as playing the game as I am breaking down the game or loving the game or seeing the ins and outs of the game. I had a lot of injuries, which kind of like held me back early and just never really, got my groove back as a result on the court. So I wasn't the most athletic guy. So it was just like that guy just got out there for love of the game. I was smart. Like I could get by with intelligence and, but after a while, you get out there against a guy who's 6'4", 6'5", and the super athletic guys, I get myself in trouble sometimes. You know what I mean? So, but that's what led me to want to coach. Injuries and then just as my teammates moved up different levels and my skill level didn't match theirs. That's kind of when I really got into the ins and outs of the games, and I would break down film with them. I'd record the games and we go over it, strategies. I would help head coaches with strategies. I got into kind of like just the coaching perspective, even when I was towards the end of when I was playing, like I was kind of a coach on the floor. So that's kind of led me to that. But I wasn't ever a star level player. Dan made me retire this spring of basketball. Dad takes it serious, man. Shout out to Dan, man. It's dope that he still gets out there and plays, man. Should the Suns trade KD? They should, but I don't think they will. F defense. I was a basket hanger. Okay, love pass me down the court, open layup. I played hard, man. Why hasn't Darvin been fired yet? I'm patiently waiting. I think they're gonna. I think because, like I said, what happened with Vogel, I don't think they're gonna rush it right now. No. I was never good enough to try out for an NBA team as a player. No, never. I wasn't even good enough to make a college team. So no. Like I said, I wasn't even nowhere near the best player in high school. So I had no chance of that. Nowhere. Hey, Jeff, I'm texting Jeannie now to give you a 10 contract next season. Oh, man, that's hilarious. No, like I said, man, I have no problem admitting that, there's a lot of people who will, thinks that they have to act like their hoop game was strong to be taken serious. But I think that people take me serious enough. I don't have to make up like I was some great hooper or nothing. I love the game, been around the game my whole life, watched it. I made it I was on a much higher level as a coach than I was as a player. I wish to God I could have been, because I love the game so much. Oddly enough, it's funny. I think I've told you guys this story before. I played hockey when I was younger, right? And then I was a beast at hockey. Like I was crazy good at hockey. My grandfather played college hockey. I was really, really good at it, but I didn't love it. I didn't love playing it. And I love basketball and baseball more than hockey, but I was better at playing hockey than basketball and baseball, which sucked because the game I truly loved the most was basketball. But the game that I loved the least was hockey, and I was a beast at hockey. It just the equipment was so expensive, and it was just so time. The practices were nuts, and I just didn't take it serious. But I was really, really good at hockey. But I just lost interest. I wish I was halfway as good at basketball as I was at hockey, man, because it would have been much better for me. Let's see. I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot flat. Let's see, which is another, like I said, I'll be out there and like when you go out there and it's like you got this guy that's like 6'4", and I'm like, okay, this guy can run and jump out the gym, and I'm like, okay, my thing is I was always like, hey, I got to get the ball before he goes up. Like I got to strip him on the way up. I got very good at that, right? I got, like I said, I played basketball with intelligence, so I had to like beat a guy that was spot to draw a charge. I had to time and guess a rebound more, right? I had to talk trash to get them focused on me rather than where they're supposed to be on the court. I had to work all these different angles to try to make up for the lack of athleticism that some of these guys had, right? I had speed, I could run. And like I said, I was, but I just, something you like, if you look at Austin Reeves out there, no matter how hard he tries, he just can't account for some of these guys' athleticism. And it just, it sucks, man. You think that if Rob drops the ball again, this time hiring a coach, he should lose his job? He's got to get it right this time if he stays. Yeah. Jeff is 7'4", Muggsy Bogues 7'4" would be nuts. Oh my God. Imagine living like that. You ever get into a fight while playing pickup? Oh, absolutely. 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 Like, absolutely. I see on the court, I talked a lot of trash. I did some, I'm almost ashamed of it, man. I did some insanely disrespectful stuff on the basketball court to get in people's heads. I was very good at that. Very, very, very skilled trash talker, still am. But then it's funny because when I became a coach, I never even got a technical because I was determined. I never got a single technical in my coaching career. And it's because, and my team knew, my players knew, even if you were my star player, they knew if you got a technical, you check yourself out. You come over to me, you're coming out the game. Those are the rules. I don't get one, you don't get one. We figure it out together. We don't give that. We never give that team an advantage, either with a technical or them knowing that they're in your head ever. And because I was someone that was able to get in people's heads and cause them to get technicals, I knew how to prevent my team from getting them. Now we still got some, but they knew if they got one, they were coming out. It'd be the funniest thing, and the parents would all laugh because the player would get a technical, and then he just walked straight over to me. They knew they were coming out the game, and so I would talk a lot of trash when I would play. Got into a bunch of mixed it up with some people as a result of it. But never, that did not translate into my coaching career, man. What would you say to fans who are very emotionally attached to teams, players, and hurt when the team or player loses? I would say it's all in the game. And I would say that that's part of it because we're so passionate about it. We love these teams so much, or in some cases, these people love these players so much that, again, like I said, my biggest thing with the Lakers, I'm going to miss them. We're not going to have them until October. And I think that's just what it really is when it's a season game, you're like, you're just mad. Pride gets hurt. You're upset. You're mad your team lost. But when they get bounced from a playoffs, it's like, it's 6 months till you see them again if they go out in April. So it's like, man, the reality sets in. It's sad, right? So what I'll always say is like, it's just all in the game. This is what you signed up for: the good, the bad, the ugly. There's times where if you're lucky enough, you're going to play all the way till June and get to and maybe win a finals. And majority of the time that's not going to be the case. And in some teams' case, it's never going to be the case. And some players' case, it's never going to be the case. So I think it's very important to realize that it's all in the game. It's all part of the game. And it's what we signed up as fans. And that's why diehard Lakers, diehard Dodgers, right? Like I'm a New York football Giant fan. They drive me nuts. But like I said, man, the best advice, love more than one sport. Because when one team breaks your heart, doesn't mean the others aren't, but at least gives you something else to focus on. So right now, like I said, tonight, watching my Dodgers whoop 8-0. And I'm focused on the Dodgers now. While I'm watching the rest of the NBA playoffs, I'm full-fledged locked in on Dodgers now. So that's kind of the best support I would give to someone right there. I think some of it stems from wanting to prove people wrong. There's that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, pride. That's what I mentioned. Why didn't the Rasheed Wallace Laker assistant not push through? It just never really worked out. It was never really a thing. That kind of leaked out, and it wasn't really true. He was comfortable where he was. Honestly, every team championship window was short as hell. Braun made that look easy. That's true too. Would you give Braun $164 million this summer, Jeff, if you put on your GM hat? Oh God, that is such a tough one. If I'm trying to win, no. If I'm trying to win, no. Jeff, these MFs got to remember what Lakers are. No crying. Pull up the last 50 years graphic. I'll pull up the graphic. Here we go. 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 There we go. Right there. What Dante talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Like I said, the good, the bad, the ugly. But we can always remember that one on the left. I got to change that logo. That's the old logo. We always got that one on the left. Look at that over the last 50 years. Your mommy, your daddy, your grannies, your grandpas. They all watched us win. You know what I mean? I love saying that. I absolutely love saying that. They all watched us win. Just is what it is, man. Now, don't help this season. However, like I said, it is what it is. Forgot I had that graphic. Where's our Kurt? Search is back, so maybe Kurt's on PTO. They probably worked this out. Have you ever seen an NBA player bothered by trash talk, Jeff? Oh, yes, multiple times. Wow. What's crazy about the champion stuff is that we can talk about injuries as an excuse for an easy path or whatnot, but winning is hard, man. You need to be super fortunate. Yeah, you need as much luck as skill to win a championship. You gotta stay healthy. Maybe a team on the way gets hurt, a team that you don't match up well, maybe you don't have to face or they get hurt. There's a lot of things that lead to it, man. There's a lot of things that lead to it, man. Lakers' best chance to win is with Braun. No one coming here getting the Lakers to win. Coming here this season, yeah. I mean, I don't. My thing is 3 years. I think the question was 3 years. That's the tough part. But the Lakers are about making that money, man. And Braun, la cash flow, man. La cash flow. 12 will come soon. What's that? Oh, I got you. 11 and 50 years. Yeah. I'm still. Oh man, he's pulling a search, man. He's pulling a search, man. You saw the search is back, man. You saw search is back. Don't call it a comeback. Search is back, man. But yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Like I said, man, we got how many likes on the video, man? Let's see if the disrespect is still there. Let's see. 38 likes on the video, man. Come on. If you're in the building, you have not dropped a like on the video, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. But 38 likes. Come on, man. Ron, help me out again, man.
Acknowledge me, please.
Yeah, come on. Acknowledge me with a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Once again, about 30% of the people on a nightly basis are here, but have yet to subscribe to the channel. So subscribe to the channel. You'd be greatly appreciated. And thank you to those who have done so already. But on that note, man, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down for the night, man. Gotta get some rest and be back, for the playoff games tomorrow, man. And gonna be interesting to see, if the Clippers can come back and make this a series in Dallas, or does Dallas close them out? What happens with New York and Philly? Does Indy close out Milwaukee or not? I did pick Orlando in that series against Cleveland, but Cleveland is now up 3-2. I hope that goes 7. Orlando has a chance to, help me out there a little bit. But outside of that, like I said, Boston has moved on because Miami was just straight up garbage these playoffs. And, RIP to our dearly departed Los Angeles Lakers. And Denver, Minnesota is going to be a fun one. That should be fun. I still have Denver getting that, but I think Minnesota can give them some hell. And if Ant takes his game to the next level and goes super dummy, then who knows, man? Who knows? But I really, really, really want to see Luka versus Joker in the West Finals, man. I really want to see that. We'll see if it comes to that. But outside of that, man, like I said, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. You could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking part of the chat. Most importantly, thank you for your time. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Y'all stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy your Thirsty Thursdays, if that's your thing. And drop a like, subscribe on the way out. Let me know what you think in the comment sections if you're catching the replays, man. Search, welcome back again, man. JSJ, Kurt, left PTO a little bit earlier to pop back in. And Angie, man, shout out to the moderators. I appreciate y'all. And I will catch you guys on the next one, man. Stay safe, man. Appreciate y'all.